Hi guys, it's WestCoastArachnids. I'm just doing another rehousing. These are the OBTs, Pterinochilus murinus, and this should be fun. So guys, probably the least webbed up out of the three. This is OBT number 1. So they're going from the smaller critter keeper to a much larger enclosure. Hopefully this will keep them for a while. I do plan to move a couple into these tanks that I have. Just show you here. I've got a couple of 10-gallon tanks. Hopefully you could have seen that alright. I'm kind of trying to hold it up and film. Anyway, let's get on to this transfer. See if we can do it. I've brought the temperature down in here to about 68-69 degrees Fahrenheit, which should make these guys a little more docile, but I don't know if that's possible with an OBT. He's right there. Well, best way to do that is just move it straight into here so that you do not have to actually try and get him over the lip. There we go. Perfect. And no time too soon. That right there is an old bolus that is looking a little bit moldy. So I'm glad I got them out when I did. So that's number 1. They're looking pretty awesome. I mean, size comparison, they're still pretty small. If I grab this, get that there. Oh, there's a quarter. That's a US quarter. So he's about 3 1/4, 3.5 inches. But looking very good. See if I can get him to go into his little hide without freaking him out too much. They're right in there, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, it's going to pause you and I'll move on to the next one. Okay, this is Murinus number 2. This one is slightly more webbed in. See it there? Pretty intricate webs. Actually pretty cool. Love the way they web up, but this guy is at the bottom and probably going to be a lot more difficult to get out. So instead of pulling that straight up and trying to tear it, I'm just going to swipe it off to the side. That way you don't rip it out of there and the spider doesn't come rearing out at you and try and run up your side or down your back, wherever it ends up. Now I know this guy's right at the bottom here. There's a molt in here, I think. Yeah, there's a molt in there. So, let's see here. Let's just put this whole thing down in here and we'll tear it apart. See if we can get them to come out. Very thick, strong web. I seen them down there underneath this plant, so I'm not too worried about tearing apart the top. But really sticky stuff. Let's see where he's actually sitting, if I can get this plant away. There's his molt. I can see him right there. He's right in here. He's striking at that little devil. El Diablo. Might clean that plant up and actually put it in there. It's kind of a nice plant. Plastic, anyway. Trying to get this out in one piece. Yeah, it's a bit small to try and sex, but it is possible. So let's see what I can do with it. Let's put it over there with them for now. And let's see if we can get him to just come right on out. There he is. Let's point him in the right direction here. You can see his feet right there. Just poke him in the bum. Get him to pop out. This one's really looking good. Yeah, there we go. Very easy. This one looks much larger than the other. My brush here so I'm not poking him with something hard. You gonna flip over? Huh? Yeah. It's a new home, huh? Everything's new and strange. Close up. Very cool. Very nice colors. Camera really doesn't pick up on them as good as I'd like, but let's get a picture of that one. Hopefully I got enough battery left in this. Awesome. That'll be my thumbnail. Okay. I'll get a water bowl in there for him, and I'll close him up and he can find his way into his home, because obviously he doesn't want to be touched. Alright. I'll pause you and bring it back on the next one. Okay. Here we go. This one's going to be fun. Murinus number 3. This is the last one in my collection. Look at that. He's just packed. There's a superworm going into pupa stage. So let's pop this one open. Now this one here has quite the attitude. Wow, look at that. That's just a massive glob of webbing. It's right through, like, I could probably tip that upside down and then nothing would come out. But I don't want to do that, not while it's in there. I think I can see it right there. How am I going to do this? There it is. Maybe Let's just see if we can get this out of here. And we'll do the same thing. These guys I've had to put lid after lid after lid for water dishes in there because they just bury them. So hopefully I won't have to do that as much. Oh, and look at that. It's like a loaf of bread. And there it is, right at the bottom. So I'm going to attempt to get it to just waltz on over there. Nice and easy, fella. You're a girl, I hope. You're looking very girlish. Oh, a little somersault. I want you to go that fast. Didn't seem to harm it though. Seems perfectly fine. Just looking down in there. Yeah, perfect time to change it. It smells like fungus, so I'm glad I never put that whole wad in there. Better to just move the spider over. Thing with these guys is they web up so heavy, anything that's left underneath is definitely going to mold up. But on the plus side, these guys like to live on their webs, in the drier part of the web, so they're not generally touching the mold, but if it gets significant enough underneath there and there's not enough airflow, it'll kill them either way. So best to get them out of there. And these guys were just all molted, and that's when I wanted to transfer them into these bigger enclosures so that they could stay in these for quite some time. And these are a lot easier to maintain, and this is one of the reasons that I've put the Semapos or Minia into the same type of enclosure instead of an arboreal type like this one here that I had some in. You know, these type, they're just stand up tall enclosures. I don't like them at all. These little bottom parts here where it juts out, they get quite moist in there, and it retains moisture, and fungus seems to love to grow in these. And another thing is it's so hard to get in there. You can't, you know, there's just not enough room. So if you get feeders in there that are still living and these guys are going into pre-molt and you want to get the feeders out, you almost have to tear apart the whole thing just to get them out. So, and plus, if you know that you got heavy webbers in there, you're not going to be able to see or get into anything. So until you get them in their final enclosures, like a display tank, which a few of these are going into those 10-gallon tanks. I have two 10 gallons here. I have a 20 gallon and another 10 gallon as well, so I have 3 10 gallons and a 20 gallon. That I think I'm going to use the 20 gallon for cricket breeding though, and the other 10 gallon, I think I'm going to take one of my scorpions out of the other one and put it in there. I might put the other 2 scorpions into a 10 gallon, so that takes away 2 of them, so there's only one 10 gallon left, which I'll probably give to one of my OBTs, and or maybe one of the Lazidor difficilis or Parahobana that are getting quite large. But I'm going to turn that large 33 gallon tank, which is over there, which you can't really see. Yeah, it's got all that stuff on top where that lamp is. That's my Heterometra spinifers, the Asian forest scorpions, are in there. And I'm going to divide that into 3. I'm going to get some pieces of plexiglass or something, put it in there. Maybe some acrylic, I don't know. I'll probably take down to the glass store and just have them divided up into 3 sections so that there's no space at the top and I have access to the whole top. So it'll all be sealed up, and there'll be lids that flip up on either one of the 3 sections, and then I'll put my Salmoposter Mini in there because they're 18. It's 18 inches tall, so it's quite a tall tank, and gives each one of them a foot by 18 inches. So that's plenty of size for Salmoposter Mini to grow out in. Anyway, that's that. These guys are transferred. We are at 15 minutes, so that's that. See if I can get this guy to go down into his house. I think this one may be a female. I did sex these guys, and I'm pretty sure this is the one I sexed, and it was a definite female. So one of them's a female for sure. And I couldn't get a sex on the other ones. And no, let go, let go. He's got it. He won't let it go. There we go. Oh, what am I going to call you? Flippy? Look at that. Look at how responsive they are. That is how quickly you get bit. And even one of this size at 3 inches, those fangs will sink right into you, no problem. So you need to really be careful, and I think that's a good thumbnail, don't you? That's actually pretty awesome. Get a good look at those fangs. Oh yeah, that's a thumbnail and a half. Awesome. Alright guys, y'all take care. Have a great day, and bye for now.